Hi everyone. In this video, I'll be showing you how you can look up values across multiple Excel sheets using UiPath. Now, if you think of a traditional Excel VLookUp, one of the limitations is that you're only able to look up values from one single source. In this case, I'm responsible for updating the Consolidated Weekly Status report. This report has three different task owners, Michael Jordan, Josh Middleton, as well as Jane Austen. However, their status updates are included in three different Excel files. The objective of this UiPath robot is to automate this process so it can automatically open these files, copy the relevant percent complete, and update the Consolidated Weekly Status report. Let me show you the UiPath robot in action. Here's the completed UiPath robot. Let me press play. Once I press play, the UiPath robot goes through each of the individual status files, including Jane, Josh, and MJ. The robot is completed. Let me minimize this and open up the summary file. As you can see, in column D, all the status percentages are completed. In the next steps, I'll show you how to build the robot from start to finish. Okay, let's start off with a new UiPath Excel file. Start off by dragging a sequence in. Next, let's put in Excel application scope. So this activity allows us to open up Excel files. So let's browse to the file that we actually want to open. So that's a summary file, including all the statuses that we want updated for each of the workers. And then in the next step, we're going to bring in a read range. So this allows us to read the actual Excel file. So in the variables portion under data table, let's press Control K and summary DT as our variable name. Okay, cool. Next. All right. So we read the Excel file. Next portion is we're going to read the Excel files for each of the other individual employee workers. So we're going to assign this to the variable name file navigation list. And this is the folder containing all the Excel or all the workers. So in the variable portion, let's change this to array of T and then change this to string values. Okay, let's go back. And then before we go and put the directory, let's go back to our summary DT. And we're going to change the scope to sequence. Okay, so in this portion, we're going to put in here the file navigation. So to do that, we're going to go to expression editor in the properties, put in directory, and then .get files, and then in quotation, let's go back to the file folder, and then we're going to put in the actual navigation to the worker statuses. Put in quotes, comma, another set of quotes, asterisk for a wildcard, .xlsx. And this essentially reads all the Excel files or puts the navigation to the Excel files of each of the workers. We're going to put in a for each, and then let's change items to file navigation, or let's put files and then file navigation list. Okay, and then put in Excel application scope again, and then instead of putting the file path, let's put in file .toString. So this opens up each of the file for the workers, and then read range. So this is going to again read the entire spreadsheet for each of the employees and their statuses, and then we're going to call this set variable worker status DT. Okay, let's change this to sequence under the variable list. And then once we've read the range for each of the employees, we're going to bring in a for each row in data table. And then let's change this to row. And then again, we're going to go put in summary DT. And then in the variables, let's put Control K to set a variable, and then row index underscore summary DT. And then this is going to loop through each of the rows in the summary DT file. So we've done that. Let's go back to the activities panel, and then we're going to look up data table. So we're going to look up all the values across each of the individual worker tabs. So under the properties data table, let's put in the new variable we created, worker status DT. Okay, let's try that again, worker status DT. If you press Control space, you can get the list. Enter the lookup value. Let's put in the summary DT. That's where our reference variables are included. And then put dot rows. And then let's put in that new variable we had created earlier, row index underscore summary DT. And then press Control space to get that dot item. And then in brackets, let's put in task underscore ID and then dot toString. So that's going to bring the string value of the task IDs we'll be looking up. And then we're going to be looking up this in the column name field. So let's put in the column that we'll be looking up, and that's the task underscore ID in each of the individual worker statuses. And then that's going to return the row number in the index value. So let's put the row index summary DT, and then we're going to be creating a new variable for this. So let's copy this, close this, press Control K to set a new variable, and then paste that in. And then that will return the row number in the index for each of the individual worker status files. Cool, almost there. So if the value is in the file, it will return the row number, and if it isn't, it's actually going to return a value of -1. So let's put in row index underscore worker status DT not equal to -1. So if there is a value, what we'll want to do is we're going to want to assign that value to our updated summary DT file. So let's put in summary DT dot rows, and then let's put in the row index summary DT, and then we're going to put, let's open this expression editor, and then we're going to put an item, and we're going to be updated the percent column. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to be updating this from the individual worker file. So let's go to the data table for the worker status DT dot, and then we're going to put in rows, and then we're going to put in the row where the percent complete is, and that's row index underscore summary DT. Okay, Control space, and this is where the row index value, and then item, and then percent underscore complete. Okay, so we're assigning the value of percent complete from the worker file to the consolidated file. So now that we've completed that, what we're going to do is let's minimize all the top values. Let's close this, minimize this, minimize this, minimize this. And then so essentially what we've done is we've assigned all the values from the percent complete from the workers to the summary file. And now we want to actually write it back into the Excel file. So again, let's bring this right range. Let's go to the path located where our Excel file is. Let's get rid of this quote A1. And we're going to be updating the new Excel file with all the percent completes located in our summary DT. Cool. All right. Okay, so let's make sure we add headers so we don't overwrite our header row, and press play. So the robot's running now, and it's going through each of the individual worker status updates, copying the percent complete and pasting it into our summary file. So let's minimize this and open up our summary file, and fingers crossed, and voila. In column D, all percent completes are now updated. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any recommendations, comment below, and thank you for watching.